Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. This is Madden NFL 21.
Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
New York.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson, and it's second down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Ryan sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
26-yard line.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throw end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's second down. To throw again, Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Incomplete.
But instead, third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Play action. It's Ryan. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
At the 31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete. It's Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of...
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Time 57 yards the official distance, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. He's back to throw here to start the drive, and got his man complete, and they work this right upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. I'm only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the
But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. The left side completion to Jones. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down? Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And it's taken in at the 9. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Ryan. Zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 33 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point out.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they
point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
And Davis content to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
This is Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 on the play. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, New York.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Going deep now for Herndon. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
First down, Jets.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Bust through the tackle. Tom Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, 10.
You gotta love it, baby.
Falcons. Tom Gurley, 78 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Play action. Ryan. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
That makes the score.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're putting him.
Davis on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that,
lesson. Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Jets.
Darnold on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Darnold from the gun. Throw complete to Herndon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down throw, Darnold out right here to Herndon. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets him 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now Darnold. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. The 30, past the 20.
Woo, yeah!
And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown, Falcons.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominant.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
To admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan, a slant to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your split.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan as his guys continue to pour it on. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because
oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And Darnold going to keep this himself. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, New York.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold with a throw caught by Perriman. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll escape to his left. He's got a 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. 20.
we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. It's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Darnold over the middle of the lead. That's Bell. Now the Jets going to use second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
Darnold's pass.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1, and this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Formation for the Jets.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like that?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Brett Maher to kick off for the Jets.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game, because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one. Complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. Pushing through the contact. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. The probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Pick up of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Falcons add on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the gun, it's Ryan. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken at about the 14.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but beautiful. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. It'll be back back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And that'll bring up second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So give them the first down, first and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
But it'll be second and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
To throw again is Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jaden Graham there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Youngway Koo.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw.
Me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit, but all in all, just end. Put that play on ice.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Jets.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's third down. And the
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. A deep ball for Dotson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. Or maybe this penalty, this pass interference call.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Laquan Treadwell there to make the grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on.
Youngway Koo lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this down will count.
Is good.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Jets, nothing. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Darnold.
I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Ryan looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.
Recovered by the defense.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Hayden Hurst.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down by
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
no gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
That type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. On first down, Darnold. And quickly here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
15 yards on the play, first down. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. His big game continues. Already has a 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
How precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Second and goal.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Goal.
Ryan will throw again.
Frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it.
It's over. It's over. Let's do it.
This is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And they are just not going to let up as he is in.
College, you know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Second down and 10. Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That is caught. It's Perriman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Darnold finding Perriman there for a New York first down.
First down.
To the air again, Darnold. Looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On second and 10, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Darnold to throw again. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
At their own 19-yard
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys is being feet.
He's got a man, complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On first down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their
first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And it is incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there. Double coverage makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
The previous play is under review.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Taken in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So out now come the Jets. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his finger target yet again. It's complete. And the Falcons grab it.
This is
And
too easy.
they just cemented a return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know what's funny? They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Makes you feel good.
Do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose. Looking to throw again on second down. And now the ball's out, falling near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield.